Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hey,
first
you
of all, I
gotta-
just gotta say, y'all already know the name. Let me introduce the man.
No, first
and
of
the
all,
chicken.
you gotta introduce this damn chicken first. The chicken is talking before everybody.
Yes.
Mr. Michael Colyar.
Hey man.
Hey, oh, thank y'all so much for having me on board. Thank you.
Thank you sir, for coming, and we are honored and blessed to have you in the house,
Yes,
man.
we
Beautiful
are.
day. It's cold, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's cold.
You know we're gonna get right into it. We
it's
want to
cold.
know everything about you.
Yeah, we
From
gotta
the beginning to the end.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Before you leave about it, can you
First
move
of
a
all,
little bit closer to the mic?
This gonna be the
Yeah.
hey, this gonna be the fastest. Then we're gonna get to the dirt.
He said he hungry as a horse.
No, I said I'm hungry.
Oh, shit.
Well,
I'm speaking out of line. God damn.
Saying hung,
Interpret
nigga.
me. You better interpret me right now.
It's a difference between being hungry and being hung, bro.
well, there it is.
Because if you well hung, you
The
ain't
other
never
motherfucker gotta be
You
hungry.
hear me?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. about that.
That's
I don't even want to ask what the chicken think. I
Very-
don't even want to ask.
very
Chicken off the
true.
chain.
All right, I'm gonna start here. Let's start here. The king of Venice Beach.
Thank you, sir.
I did read that.
I read that you did 5 shows a day on Venice Beach for
Wow.
9.5 fucking years, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is an amazing grind. How did it start?
It was a defining time of my entire life, was those 9 years. You know, I came there because I started doing street performance in Chicago, where I'm from, Project Robert Taylor Home, 4352 South State Apartment 909.
Uh-huh.
And I started doing street performance in Chicago in 85, you know, and I became like one of the best in like months. I was the shit.
What is
doing
street performance? Because that's way past our time.
Well, it's still going on right now.
Is it?
Street performing in Bucksters are all over the world all the time. There's people who just stand in the street and perform.
I'd never seen one before.
Are you lying?
No, I'm not lying.
Wow.
Have y'all seen one before?
Yeah,
Yes.
in different cities though, like
Oh,
New Orleans.
yeah.
You go down on Bourbon
Some-
Or
Street,
you
street
go to
performance.
Santa Monica
Vegas.
Pier
I
and
was in
Monica
Vegas,
Pier.
but I thought that was like one of the top of the top
And you
of the
saw
scenes.
them in Vegas. They
Yeah.
do it in Vegas.
But
Yeah.
I thought, well, I'm thinking about street performance. I'm thinking about, I don't know if y'all watch Cadillac Records. The dude is up
Oh, you-
downstairs from his.
You want to see strippers?
No, not
'Cause you
strippers.
know the
Oh, in the
gospel-
houses.
Yeah, the gospel
You
strippers.
talking about, you talking
That's
about
how the
something
gospel
totally
strippers.
Yeah, they come out at 3 o'clock. That's at 3.
different. You talking about something? They in the house? No.
Back to the king of Venice Beach. How did that get started?
Okay. So I was doing street performance in Chicago and doing really good, but then winter came and wasn't nobody trying to hit no damn joke in December on State Street. So
Yeah.
I sold everything that would not fit in my car, my 1967 Buick LeSabre, and I took that money and I drove to L.A. where I felt it would be warm. I thought it would be warm all year round.
It sound warm.
It's a lie. It's cold some months. It's cold. But I went there and I discovered Venice Beach. So from 86 to 95, I would do 5 1-hour shows every Saturday and Sunday. And I get my money too. I do 40 minutes of comedy and 20 minutes of getting my money.
I heard that.
Damn.
I became the king of Venice Beach because I also taught other people how to get their money. I had a system that I would collect in. I would collect circularly. And
Yeah.
have people all throw their money up at one time. You know, I have a money grab, and I say, when I get to your group, I want you to say, up, up.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, put your bill in the hand. I'm collect it. You know, if you give me a 5,
Mm-hmm.
we cheer a little. 10, we applaud and cheer. 20, we go crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and people be putting up bigger bills just so they can get applause.
Oh,
and then
man.
each group should be better than the group before it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they're competing with each other. Sometimes I had the Crips and the Bloods on 2 sides of the show trying to outpay each other to see who can give me the most tips. So it was really, really cool. And in that 9 years, it
Sounds
really defined who I am as a human being because it taught me how to interact with people. I would be surrounded sometime anywhere from 2 to 800 people standing in a circle
Yeah.
and standing in that hot sun for an hour to listen to me and couldn't wait to pay me. And it was white, black, young, old, gay, straight, transgender, Asian. It was every walk of life because everybody comes to Venice Beach. In California, the second biggest attraction, second only to Disneyland, is Venice Beach. So everybody comes to that beach eventually. And on any given day, there's 300,000 to 500,000 people walking
God.
up and down Venice Beach, and I'm sitting there trying to get as much of that money as I can. You
I
know?
heard
So,
that they retired your money grabber when they built the new boardwalk. Is that true?
I hope not, because I'm going back out and doing a special this summer called The King of Venice Beach, and I'm building a special stage, and I'm doing an hour live out there on the spot where I started. You know,
Wow.
and over that 9 years, over 1 million people stood on their feet and watched me do comedy for an hour in the sun. I mean, everybody. Everybody would come to see me. Tupac would come. Eddie Murphy came out there, and he's the one that inspired me to actually get serious about comedy. So to see Eddie Murphy standing in my audience, ooh, I was a funny motherfucker that day. You hear me? Rick James is the one who brought He's the one who brought Eddie Murphy, and then Arsenio came. You know, Tupac will come. Snoop Dogg used to hang out there with me all the time.
Oh my God.
Larry Fishburne. Well, Lawrence Fishburne. When I knew him, he was Larry. I called him Larry one day. He said, "I'm not Larry. Larry is dead." I said, "No shit. What killed him?" Anyway, he used to come and sit there with me. I used to go and hang out with him in his apartment to look over it, you know. And I mean, just so many celebrities and stars. And my career sort of really blossomed from there because before that, I wasn't in any of the clubs. And since I wasn't inside, I only did street performance. But, you know, I didn't have a manager. God is my manager. So I only paid 10%, and he answers every call. And so a lot of artists, a lot of people who are working today as comedians started out because they walked up and saw me hold a crowd and palm my hand for an hour at a time and do it all day long, every weekend. Never took a break except for the Christmas weekend.
Okay.
And anybody who ever had friends come in or relatives from out of town, first thing they do is take them to Venice Beach to come and see me. So it was just really, really good. So I'm really excited about going back out there this summer and doing the piece we're going to call The King of Venice Beach. They put my feet, the money grabbers, my name, and my handprints in cement out there to commemorate who I was when I was out there doing that thing.
That's dope, man.
So it was so much fun. I learned so much, and it really defined me. But I do want to get something clear. I've never been homeless. I just want to get that clear.
Okay.
You know, I mean, because every day someone say, "Man, I really love your journey, brother. How you came from homelessness."
Whoa, brother, hold up.
Never been homeless. But I mean, I'm telling you, all over the country, people say that same story. And people who interview me, "Man, I just love your story, how you came from." I have never said I've been homeless. I never said it in a performance.
Yeah.
I never said it in an interview. But people put 2 and 2 together and got 7. You know, they would see me on Venice Beach, and I would always feed the homeless. That's one of the things I would do.
Yeah.
Pardon me. I would go get breakfasts for 99 cents. You know, you don't get no meat, but but you get potatoes,
Get a croissant or something.
eggs,
Croissant
some
or
fried potatoes, some jelly.
Yeah.
Shit, if a motherfucker sleeping on a park bench, nigga, that's a meal.
That's a hell of a
so
meal.
I'd get 10 of them, and I'd walk down the beach each morning and pass out a meal to every homeless person I can get to till I ran out. And then in 90, when I did a show called Star Search at 100,000, and I turned around and gave half of it to the homeless. And
I was going to ask you about that.
And so people put that together, and they said, "Oh, he was on Venice. He was homeless, so he give them to the homeless." I ain't never been homeless. I ain't gonna never be homeless unless someone hits me in my head and I lose my senses. I mean, I can start this day with nothing, booted butt naked in the street, and in 3 days I'm gonna have a car, I'm gonna have a house, and I'm going shopping somewhere. I can tell you that.
I believe
God
you.
gave me good sense. You know?
I believe you. God damn. I'm going to have to learn something for you to get out of here.
Whoa.
All right, so let's all right, we get to Venice Beach, the King of Venice Beach. So there was no comedy clubs before you started street performance? You just got...
There was clubs, but none of them was really letting me in. There was one club there that's still there called the Laugh Factory, and they would let me come on Thursday evenings and do 5 minutes of free comedy. That wouldn't really make it for me because you realize I drove here to do comedy for a living to California. So what I was doing is waiting tables because I'm a table waiting motherfucker. I've waited tables at some of the finest clubs in the country and top restaurants. In fact, when I left to come to L.A. from Chicago, I was working at the Black Hawk on Wabash, which was a real famous steakhouse. I know how to tableside Dover soles and Caesar salads and all that. So waiting is my shit.
Yeah.
If I ever stop telling jokes, I'm going back to waiting tables. So when I got to L.A. and couldn't find a paying job, I went to a restaurant and I said, "You don't have to give me a check. Just give me 3 tables. I will survive on my tips." And I made more money than anybody in that motherfucker. So that's how I was eating. But then on the weekend, I go down to Venice Beach every Saturday and Sunday and do my show. After about 3 weekends on Venice, I never came back to work because I could make my money right there. You know? And so, and the first time I was out, the first people that brought me in was Bud Friedman, who owns this chain of There even used to be a show on television called Live from the Improv. It used to be on A&E. And so him and his wife was walking past one day watching me perform out there. And when he was so blown away, he said, "I want you to come and be a regular family member at the Improv." And I was just at the Improv Sunday when they was doing, this Tuesday when they were doing their Christmas party. And I realized that was 35 years ago. And I'm still doing this, you know. And Bud, who his health isn't great, but he's 84, you know. But he got a message to me, you know, of love and light, and it was just so cool, you know what I'm saying? So that's how he's the first one to say, "Hey, I want you to come in." Otherwise, I was just doing the beach, but I got all my work from there. Because all the directors, all the producers, all the writers in Hollywood, they all eventually come to Venice Beach. And then the buzz was on about me. So people would come out. Robert Townsend gave me my first movie, which was his first movie, Hollywood Shuffle. I was on Venice Beach. The Martin Show. They invited me because
Mr.
they
Whitaker.
saw me on Venice Beach. Yeah, Mr. Whitaker, you know. I did a movie with Charlie Sheen called Hot Shots Part 2. I played the black guy. And shit, I shot that film for 25 weeks. I bought the first house on that money. And they saw me on Venice and invited me to audition. It was supposed to be 3 men in that part. When I got to audition, they eliminated a guy. Just made it 2 of us. And then we became the actually heroes. It was 4 of us, which was Charlie Sheen, Ryan Stiles. Ryan Stiles is the tall white boy. Remember the show Whose Line Is It? Anyway. Yeah. Originally it was Drew Carey and this thin tall white guy. Yep. That's Ryan.
Did he also play Freddy Cougar?
No, Ryan.
Okay,
Ryan
I
didn't
I
play
can't
that.
remember that nigga.
But Ryan
Also,
Robert
I know
England.
who you talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
Yeah, Robert England. That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
But Ryan Stiles went on to
Ryan
own that
Stiles.
show. So he owns part of that show with him. And so that was one of the heroes with me, and a guy named Miguel Ferrer. His father was famous in film, named Mel Ferrer. He played the original Cyrano de Bergerac. Anyway, his son, you'll see his son in Traffic. Do you see the movie called Traffic?
Yeah, I seen the movie called Traffic.
He was the gangster. He was the guy who was supposed to tell them what was going on. But then they got raided, and he ran, he fell and hurt his leg, and he was the one they was protecting until the end. And at the end, the gangster slipped some poison in and killed him. That was him. So we were the 4 heroes: Charlie Sheen, them 2, and me. Throughout the whole movie, it was off the chain. Man, I get to work with everybody, but all that came from Venice. Everything came from Venice Beach. So, and plus my connectedness with people on the street. You know, I was working with homeless people out there smoking weed with them, eventually smoking crack with them, and so we connected. Oh, I don't bite my tongue. I'm who I am. I'm Michael motherfucking Colyar, and I tell it like the T.I. is. You know,
That's some gangster shit.
Y'all know I did crack. I smoked crack for 23 years, and as of March 1st, I have 10 years of pure sobriety. Oh, I talk about it everywhere I go.
Congratulations, brother.
I tell strangers in the street.
Hold on, talking about, is it a
Why the
congratulations?
fuck you telling me?
It is a congratulations if you're not doing it no more.
Nah, but think about it though. He was doing it for so long.
That's it stuck with it.
So we shouldn't congratulate him?
Yeah, nobody likes a quitter.
No.
You know what? They always want to see you down.
You
That's
ever,
what
you ever,
this
you ever
is.
see a motherfucking success? They be like, yeah, I did this, I did that. I was smoking a little crack in between, but then I stopped. Like, whoa, your crack
And
was
that ain't
pushing
no
you on the
little
way.
crack.
That's honesty, brother.
23 years ain't no little crack. That's a lot of motherfucking crack right there.
Yeah.
Man.
Looked like he was doing well. I don't know. We would have never even told that you was
Well,
doing
you
crack.
wouldn't if I hadn't talked about it.
Yeah, we
All right,
wouldn't
now I
have
got to
known.
ask you this
Because
question before I forget about it.
most of the things y'all saw that are successful, those were during my crack days.
See?
But I never
He was
got,
still grinding.
but I never got high during work. I've always been a professional.
So you were functioning.
I was considerably functioning. I was functional while being dysfunctional.
Yeah.
You know, because I lost many
Yeah.
opportunities. You know, many opportunities. You know, because motherfuckers, when they high, they don't think nobody know they high. Except
Right.
them, you know. And you show up, your skin all moist and pasty. You know, your eyes roll around your head, sweating like R. Kelly in the playground. You know, and you don't know.
Yeah.
And
You thinking, I'm
you don't
good, I'm
think
good.
Nobody else think it, you know. And then
I'm
you
straight.
just- later you go, damn, I wonder why I didn't get that job.
I thought it went well.
Yeah, I thought it went well. I'm sorry, you had a question.
I knew you was going to eat the chicken.
I forgot what the fuck I was going to ask. Somebody else step in.
You were, but then he cut you off and
Right,
shit.
I'm sorry. I was intrigued by the crack. I think I'm always intrigued by the crack. I'm
He's
always
intrigued by the crack.
I'm always intrigued. All right, so check this out. So when did you know? I mean, obviously you probably grew up just knowing you was funny, but when was the green light where you were just like, I know I'm funny as fuck?
I don't know if I could pinpoint
No.
that. You know, I mean, I started being funny as a child to get my mother's attention because I had 4 big brothers and I had a father who liked to sip a little bit. And when my mama got to look out for all of us, that don't mean she'll have a lot of individual attention for people.
Yeah.
So I would tell her jokes, man, and that would give me more time with her, you know. So I've always, you know, had, you know, was what I thought was funny. I didn't think nobody would pay me like funny. And then I saw Eddie Murphy in 1984. Y'all don't even understand what a motherfucking meteor he was In 1984, he was only 23 years old. He'd already done 48 hours,
Damn.
trading places. His first Beverly Hills Cops. He had a concert tour and video out called Raw, and he saved the biggest show on TV, Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
They was about to close their doors, and then they got him on, and the shit went back to #1 again. He did all that shit at 23 and could wear the fuck out of a red leather suit. And he did all that shit telling jokes. I was like,
That is true.
Damn, I've been funny my whole life. I didn't know nobody would pay me for it. I said, shit, I better get out the mustard and catch up. So, I went down in my mama's basement. Basement where I was living anyway, and I got me some Red Fox albums, and I would just play those albums over and over and rehearse his jokes as though this shit was mine. So I could tell the shit like I created them, and then I started doing comedy, started hitting clubs, and then some people convinced me to do street performance, which I didn't want to do. I was like, what kind of nigga? You never stand in the street and tell motherfucking jokes. Boy, they showed me this sack of money they made that day. I said, what should I say?
What time y'all want me to be here tomorrow?
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of bravery because I think you standing up in front of people, I don't know, on the corner, they can just walk right past you,
No,
but to grab their attention.
The worst of that is the people who come to disrupt you.
Oh.
It's not the walker past. The guys who walk by don't bother. The motherfuckers who come to disrupt the show. Like a lot of people don't appreciate the fact that you're holding all these people's attention when the average person don't say shit to them. And here you are with everybody, black, white, young, old, standing, looking at you. The fuck you think you are, But those are hecklers, and I love hecklers.
Yeah.
Oh, man, hecklers. Look, I come from a small town called Fresh Off a Heckler's Ass, and a heckler make me homesick. Now, that's not my line. I ain't going to steal that. That belongs to Robin Harris.
Yeah.
But he did.
like some Robin
So he
Harris.
can't use that no more. So I'm just going to keep that warmed up for him till he come back. But, yeah, but the thing was, what would be the hecklers, but I fuck a heckler. Ooh, I kill it. I make a heckler want to commit.
Oh, my God.
Which goes to what I told y'all when I came in here
Is
today.
that what happened last night?
We had a guy last night at the show, and not very happy. He sat right in the front, and, he was already high before he got there. Something. I don't know if he was drinking or smoking. Me, I prefer to smoke my drink. But anyway, he would come, and he sat there with Four Top, him, his partner. They both had women with them. And I'm being my normal brilliant self.
Yeah.
And at some point he got up to go to the bathroom, but he was going the wrong way.
Yeah.
He was heading to the kitchen, and I said, dude, you going the wrong way, partner. You gotta go this way. No, man, little motherfucker, you going in the kitchen. Nigga, don't you pee in that kitchen. And he went in the kitchen, and we all held our breath. We was waiting for him to come back. He never came out.
He never came out?
Never, nigga. 20 minutes later,
He
in
was
the
too
show,
embarrassed.
I walked off the stage. His partner got up, and security. We all went to the bathroom to look for him, make sure he's all right. Turned out he was at the front at the counter at the bar, and they wouldn't let him back in the room.
Good.
So he just hung out there. But he was madder than 10 fools in a bag full of motherfuckers. So when I came out, and they was security was standing all around him, and he was speaking in hostile terms and shit, but low key. And then he went on to his car. I said, but you know what? I'm going to go out and make sure I apologize to him. And he's like, no, bro, we don't recommend that. It's okay. I said, well, I've registered your recommendation. But we're going to the car.
Yeah.
And, because if you're in my audience, you are my guest. You are my client. I'm supposed to treat you a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So if I offend you, I'm not here to offend you. Why the fuck you don't come back and see me? Yeah. If I offend you, if I embarrass you, if I make you look bad in front of people, who the fuck want to spend $20 for that? You can get treated like shit at home for free. You got to come to. So that's never my intention. That's not my goal. So if that's what I did, that's not what I wanted to do. So we went to the car. When we got to the car, he jumped out the car, threw his jacket on the ground, held his arms out. I don't got no weapons on me. And we like, nigga, ain't nobody think you got no weapons. We're not even thinking like that, bro. I had like all these big security guys with me and shit. But I was like, bro, I came to apologize to you. If I offended you, if I embarrassed you, if I said some shit disrespectful, that's never my intention, because you my brother. You my sister. I don't roll like that on black people. I don't do that, So I just want to apologize. He said, oh, okay, man, I accept that, but I ain't going to forget this shit, So it's still in his system. He feels like he's been, he even tried to quote the movie that Kevin Hart is in right now with Wesley Snipes.
The True Story one.
No, True Story, man. You didn't see True Story, man? I'm like that dude, man. I'm a fan. I've been your fan for 30 years. I guess he don't remember that in that movie, the fan got killed.
Dude got fucked up.
Anyway,
They fucked him up.
so I didn't want to point that out.
You know they fucked him up, bro.
So we went out and we did our apology. He wasn't really accepting of it. He was sort of, but not really. But
Yeah.
it's not my job to make him accept it.
Right.
My job is to offer it. My job is to try to do the right thing. That's all I can do. You know, we'll be on high alert tonight because this cats like that will come back and shoot a joint up.
Yeah.
You know, and which, you know, speaks to one's intellect. You know, because if you knew better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? I did all I could do. I didn't intentionally hurt him, and I still offered an olive branch. I can't do no more than that.
You can't
know
do no
what
more
I'm
than
saying?
that.
So, but like today, I'm in a car coming over here. This asshole named Jimmy, who's driving Uber, right, or Lyft, picks me up. This is a 30-something minute ride to get here from where I am. Yes, sir. So I get in the car. It's a big, dirty ass bath towel on the floor where I get in the car at. And I said, sir, what's this? And he looked back there. I don't know the people that was in before you left it. Just pick it up and throw it on the other side. I said, nigga, I'm not picking it up.
Nigga.
I'm not picking it up. Some dirty ass towel is on the floor of a dirty car. I'm gonna pick that motherfucker up and put it on. No, sir.
Right,
I'm not
right.
doing it. Well, ain't nothing wrong with it. I said, how do you know? Well, I know the people who get in the car. You don't know me, nigga.
Exactly.
Who are the people that you know? And if you know, a minute ago you said, I don't know what that is.
Right.
So you didn't even know what it is, but now you know the people and you know there ain't nothing wrong with it. Then you grab that motherfucker with your hand because I ain't grabbing this shit. So he grabbed it, he moved it to the other floor on the other side of the car. I'm still riding with this dirty ass towel in the back seat. So we driving. This motherfucker got his church on, and it's on loud. And I am a man of God. I will die for God. I'm that nigga that if I hear the Lord say, "This is your day," run in front the truck, nigga, I'm gone. Bye. I love God more than I love me, and I love Michael motherfucking Colyar. Let's be clear on that.
Yeah.
But not like I love God. Not like I love God, you know? So he's in there, and he's playing some church, and it's a corny-ass church, you know? But I was like, sir, can we listen to some jazz? He like, nah, I ain't listening to jazz. It's Sunday, and I want to hear my church. And I said, I'm sorry, sir. I thought I was the passenger. Yeah, you are, but I play what I want in my car. Well, that's the opposite. That's incorrect.
Yeah.
Because I am his client. I am there for him to serve me. He's supposed to make sure I'm comfortable and the car is clean. I can hear what I want to hear in his car, or he can cut everything off. But he's going to do the opposite. He's going to force me to hear his church service, you know? So I got on my motherfucking phone and went to Spotify and played my own motherfucking jazz Christmas music loud as I could. So I'm playing my shit, he playing his shit. Fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? So when I got here, I wrote a very colorful critique of his ass to his company. I said I ain't give him shit. In fact, I wish I could take $15 from this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I ain't give him shit. He's an asshole. He doesn't understand that he's in service. And he act like I was somebody he knew he was doing a fucking favor and giving him a ride. No, nigga. I'm paying for a service and I don't even know you, nigga. You know, so anyway, but that I was saying that to use that in comparison to the show last night. That guy's my client. I'm supposed to serve that guy. I'm not supposed to beat him up. I'm not supposed to make him feel bad.
Yeah.
Because people feeling bad don't come back. And they tell every motherfucker they know what you did or what they think you did, because people might forget what you gave them or where they were. They'll never forget how you made them feel.
You're right.
They'll never forget that shit. So I did my best to try to make him feel better, but after you do everything you can do, you just pray on it and keep it moving. You know, you can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
I don't know. I think after that wears off, like waking up in the morning, you have to think like you got an apology though. You didn't have to come outside and do that.
And
like,
not only that, his people gonna talk to him too, because he's with two girls and a guy. And after I got to apologize, and he said, "Yeah, I ain't gonna forget." The girl jumped out of the car and said, "We just loved your show." So when they get him sober, they're gonna say, "Nigga, you acted a fool last night, motherfucker." They had to walk you out the car. You got an apology, and you still balled up your face and shit. It might or might not happen.
Yeah.
It may just happen. He might say, "Fuck you, bitches," and go about his life. I don't know. There's always those unknowns. But the one thing that is a known is God.
You're right.
God is great. People always say, "Man, God is good." Not to me. Chicken is good. God is great.
I knew he was gonna hit the chicken.
Y'all made my chicken laugh. You're very funny. You're funny.
Do you think Michael Colyar gets the respect that he deserves for putting in the type of grind? Like I said, 10 years as the king of Venice Beach, and then you go mainstream and you're in movies, you're on TV shows. Do you think Michael Colyar?
First of all, though, I don't think in terms of Michael Colyar. I never think in terms of first place, of myself like that. People call me legend, all kind of shit like that.
Good title.
I don't think of me as any of that shit. I'm a cat to do comedy, man. I'm a communications specialist. That's what I do. I'm an artist, and if I can teach you something, if I could lift you up through humor, which is the great gift that God gave me, then I've done my thing. And if I could do that and get you to pay me, nigga, then, if you're doing what you love to do, even if you break even, you're ahead of the game. So I am a practitioner. I am a technician at this thing called comedy, and I absolutely love it. I adore it because it sustains me. It takes me around the world. I can do everything. I meet the greatest people. But if people respect me, I appreciate it. If they don't, I don't give a fuck. I have never been able to figure out why people care, why anybody would give a fuck, what somebody else thinks of them.
Yeah.
What's important to me is what I think of me. And I think that I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm doing a one-man play called Michael Colyar's Mama. And ain't about your mama. Ain't about his mama. It's about my mama. That's what's called Michael Colyar's Mama. And in this play, I try to make it clear to people that all I want to do is make sure that my mother and God are proud of me. That's my only mission. And if within that realm, if I could also have fun and teach and touch people and lift people up and do the things that we supposed to do, man, I want to eat the food. I don't give a fuck if I gain weight. Eat the food.
Yeah.
Drink some good water. Fuck. People, please fuck. We supposed to fuck. I just want to do the things
early and often.
Live this life, man. Learn shit.
Yeah.
Expand your mind. Unfold into your greater self. That's all I want to do. I ain't here to hurt nobody. It's nice. I get mad respect everywhere I go. People say things that humbles me all the time. And even on my morning show, I always have to ask the guests to not talk about me. Because I invite them on the show. It's a 7-minute segment. They'll spend 3 minutes talking about the first time they saw me and how they like me in this. I said, dude, you only get 7 minutes.
You've earned that, though, man.
And my people who work around me say all that, but I don't care about that kind of stuff. Come on and dish your 7 minutes. Tell us who the fuck you are. What are you doing? How can we interact with you?
Yeah.
How can we lift society? That's what I want to know. But I'm only pointing it out to say that people do that all the time. And it's uncomfortable for me. But, oh, man, you this, you that. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Let's keep it moving. What's the joke, nigga? Where's the motherfucking joke? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think in terms of that type of stuff.
When you first started doing movies, or even when you're doing them now or TV shows, was it a big difference, or did you just flew right into it? Like, 'cause some people, it takes a while for them to be introduced to.
From where? To what? To what?
From where you was doing before.
From comedy on the street?
Comedy on the street. To being in the big Showtime, like Hollywood business, behind of a camera.
So be clear when you
I'm sorry, behind of a camera.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Wouldn't even interpret. Somebody get over
saying.
Because I didn't want to say it wrong, because, some people are like, nigga, I always been in front of the camera. I'm like, oh, my bad.
For me, just everything just keeps flowing together. Everything keeps flowing together, So I started out doing street performance. That street performance got me in to the little movie. Bernie Mac was my great friend, so he got me on Def Jam first season. And I sizzled that bitch, so I ended up doing 4 more seasons of it, and I hosted one. Then I co-created Comic View, and just everything was so.
Hold on.
How you going to just pass that like that?
You can't just go past that.
You cannot go past that.
You were the co-creator of Comic View?
Look at his facial expression. Look at the joke.
He like, you niggas need to
we need to
Google me.
He ain't on Google.
Yeah, and I don't have. They never written respect on that. They don't have that written anywhere. But Bob Johnson, who owned it, and Butch Lewis, my great friend. But did y'all know Butch Lewis, the fight promoter?
No, I don't think I heard of him.
He done dropped 7 names on the Google already.
Bad motherfucker. He's the one put together the Rumble in the Jungle.
What?
Oh, he's a bad motherfucker.
Okay.
And he was known mostly because you see him in a suit. But he wouldn't have a shirt. He just had a vest and the suit, and he was just this fly, cold, rich, powerful brother. He got Michael Spinks the biggest payday Michael Spinks ever had, and he got that money whether he won or not.
Damn.
That's Butch Lewis, bad motherfucker. So him and Bob Johnson, who on BT, were best friends, and they're the ones who was behind the show. And they came to me and they said, "We're doing Def Jam. We need something to compete with Def Jam, but clean."
Yeah.
And we talked about it and came up with the ideal of Comic View. But then they didn't talk to me no more. 4-5 months. Next thing I know, the show's on the air, and DLU, he's the fucking host.
Dirty motherfucker.
Then they called me. We'd like to have you on the show. You want me on the show? Then I create it. You want me to come on and be a guest? No, I can't do that. So my subsequent years with BET, I only hosted things. I only did, big pieces on there. But then I looked up later and got the show BET Live from LA because I was friends with Bob Johnson.
Okay.
And and Cedric the Entertainer walked off from that show like 6 days before it was supposed to go live. And since I was friends with Bob, he's like, man, this your opportunity, brother. I'm, give you your chance to do your thing, And I went in and sizzled that motherfucker. Who in the hell left the gate open?
Damn.
Oh my God.
So we did that. So
that was my pop shit.
Oh, that was my shit right there. And I'll tell you what's so funny. One of the people who was running the show kept saying, well, don't keep saying that shit's corny. Don't
Hell
keep saying
nah.
who in the hell. Let me tell you, motherfuckers everywhere were saying,
Still.
who in the hell left the gate open? We
still
went
say
to
that shit.
Jamaica.
When you said BET live from LA, I was like, what's
Yeah.
that? But when you said who they left, I said,
Who
oh,
in the
shit.
hell?
I know what
I
you're
know what
talking
I'm
about.
talking about.
The band was great. I saw an Asian trying to say, who the hell left the gate open? Oh
my God.
I was in Jamaica and three beautiful sisters came down the escalator. They was like, who in the hell left the gate open?
Oh, my
man?
God.
So I knew that it was the hook that made people want to be part of it. I mean, we're the first people to give a car away. Before Oprah gave a car away, I gave the car away on my first show. My first guest was P. Diddy. In fact,
Damn.
Jennifer Lopez waited outside in their custom bus. And on that show, we gave away a car. That's the first time anybody gave a car away on a talk show. The shit that Ellen is doing, I was doing that shit. I would come out and they play the music. I come out dancing and shit. I dance. I work my way up to the audience. Then I stand there and do a 5-minute monologue. I did that long before she got her fucking show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very blessed. BET was so good to me, and they still are, because my biggest movie is on BET right now.
Yeah.
I did it last year, and it's running now on Tubi. It's called Holiday Heartbreak. I've done 30-something films. This is the first time that I'm number one on the call sheet. I am the star of that. And if y'all haven't seen it, you need to get to Tubi and see it, because it's off the chain. I play Lisa Ray. Well, actually, B. Simone plays the young Lisa Ray. And it's a young guy playing
B.
the young
Simone.
me. I love B. Simone. I interviewed her on one of my shows. She's awesome. And B. Simone played the young woman. I was the young me, and I, jaded her. I had a wife, but I'm fucking her. And I had to get back to the wife, and she like, you keep on talking about the wife and the family. I thought you was leaving. I was like, girl, you know what it was when I came here. But it's my birthday. I know it's your birthday.
Yeah.
It's your birthday. That I took you. I bought you that bag you wanted. We went and ate what you want.
Yeah.
And so she put a spell. The voodoo bitch put a spell on me,
God damn it.
saying, when my
Damn voodoo
daughter
bitches.
turns 30, when my daughter
Motherfuckers.
turns 30, she's going to have her heart broken by some fool. And who is that fool? Fucking Country Wayne. So she falls in love with Country Wayne. So now I got to break up the wedding. I
They
got
put Country Wayne in that shit?
There's a fight
too many
at the fucking Christmas party. All the shit. It go down. It is amazing.
Okay.
It's an amazing movie.
What's it called? The
Holiday Heartbreak.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's
I'm
on
watching
Tubi, everybody. Make sure you see it, because they run again. I bet you it runs again on BET. It's going to be a Christmas classic that they're going to show every year.
Okay.
You know?
Put that in
And
my-
I got that, and we sold it to BET. But it was a sister who put it together. Oh, my God. I'm trying to think of what her name is, because she is everything. She is amazing. She did 10 films during COVID. She is so
Wow.
Damn.
She is so
I
cool.
thought we was working.
Oh, man.
That
she's
lady
off the
working.
chain. Amazing. While you looking her up, I'll tell her story. She wanted to write a book, so she got her husband a loan of the money so she could publish her own book. She published it, and it did so well that her and her girlfriend started publishing other people's books. So far, they have published 162 books. And along the way, she kept going, hey, damn, these some nice stories. Why don't we turn these into movies? And so now she's done like 11, 12 movies, that she's producing all of
That
it.
is dope.
She's so dope. Pull up Tressa Smallwood and look at who she is. She a bad motherfucker. And her sister does the wardrobe. My wardrobe was so fucking fly. I stole so many clothes from that show.
She a bad motherfucker. Tasha girl, I can talk about. She a bad motherfucker.
She a bad motherfucker. She a bad motherfucker.
Bad
all the way
motherfucker.
around. She's an award-winning book publisher, movie producer, founder of Megamind Media, which is the company. And she also does a television festival each year.
Damn.
You all come online from all over the country and talk about how to write your story, how to get your story published. I'm telling you, she a bad motherfucker.
I need to research her.
No, she's
I need some game from her.
Yeah, she the truth. She the truth. And
Oh,
sweet as
yeah.
can be, Her husband, they just cool. They just family. I gotta get into some things before we run out.
He done dropped so many names.
I want people to watch my morning show. That's what COVID did to me. COVID didn't frighten me, because people want to frighten you. Oh, you
Yeah.
take COVID. God created COVID. because he mad at the world. That's some bullshit. My Father God is not a punisher. Plus, if he was mad at your bitch ass, he just smite you. He
right.
wouldn't create some disease that's going to fuck up people's grandparents and children
You're
and
right.
shit. That's bullshit. What God is that? Who worships him? You know, no, but they'll say anything to frighten you into taking this fucking vaccine.
Yeah.
They won't tell you about the fact that 9 billionaires have been made so far because of this vaccine.
Damn.
They don't tell you about the money.
Damn.
Follow the money, and you'll see what's going on.
Follow the money.
Yeah, every time you follow the money, you know what the truth is. You
You're right.
know,
Gotcha.
and so, COVID for me though was about pivoting because March 12th of last year, every comedy club in America closed on the same day,
Yep.
and I'm booked 8 months in advance every weekend. All
Damn.
of a sudden, that shit was gone. So what I'm gonna do? I go home, cry like a little bitch, or I could think of something else to do. So
I get my chicken.
I sat at my kitchen table. That's before I met the chicken. I sat at my kitchen table and I started my own morning show, the Michael Colyar Morning Show. Everybody
pull it
should
up right
subscribe
now.
to the Michael Colyar Morning Show. As of Friday, we've done 320. So I do an hour show
Damn.
every day, Monday through Friday. 5 days a week we do the show. We have I put a comedian on every show at 7:10. So I put on over 260 comedians. I
Damn.
put on there. And so we have musicians, we have artists. We had this brother, Miko Hart, who came on last week, who his passion is feeding the homeless. He's so amazing. I mean, just all these, you know Miko? He's a bad motherfucker out of D.C. And so I just bring all kind of folks on, black artists, some of the black art that we've seen from this show. So the show is off the chain, and it's funny, and halfway through each show we pray. Either I do the prayer or we'll bring on a minister or a bishop, because I want to create a place where people could come and laugh and pray every day. Now it's one of the best things I do out of all the projects I'm on is the morning show. And COVID had me switch that. See, we all have a lot of skills and a lot of tools within ourselves that most of us never access. The wealthiest place in the world is the cemetery, because so many people have died without actualizing their dreams, man. And so
Damn, that's deep.
when we get in a situation like this, it's not about being fearful, because we don't ever have to be fearful if we keep God in the game. As long as God is first, what is there to fear? In my heart, I have no fear, for now I know that God is here. So we don't have to fear anything. So fear is out the game. Now we can get back to the planning. So what am I going to do instead? So I shifted to do that. That thing has brought about so much work. It's the reason I think I got the movie, Holiday Heartbreak. It's because they were watching me do that, and when they came up with the part, it's like, oh, this dude would be the perfect father, you know? And you're going to have to swallow that or spit that out. You can't keep rolling that around like that's nasty right there. Don't be rolling that around like that.
You see how it turns from?
You did turn.
Can't cough in front of nobody there.
God, dog.
This chicken.
I got to be embarrassed about it and
So
shit.
yeah, so that's what COVID is for me. It's just about shifting, you know. It's just about changing your perspective and doing what else you can do. But it is about being safe, because there's another variant out now, the Obama variant. Well, it's not called the Obama variant, but it's the O something I can't pronounce. What is it? Obaduba? Some shit.
There's a new one every
What
night.
is it? The Omicron, Obama, same thing, but it's a new. You can't keep up with them.
You can't keep
but
up
you can
with
keep
it.
up with your health. So because I had COVID for 13 days. You know, I whipped that bitch's ass. Let me tell you, I fucked COVID up so bad. The
I'm happy to hear that.
Apologized to me. You hear me? He left my house limp and said, Miss Kaya, I didn't know it's your shit. And I beat him up with all natural modalities: echinacea and golden seal, black seed oil, oil of oregano, ginger root. Oh God, I drink so much ginger root tea. One day I peed a cup of ginger ale. You know, so
God damn.
so I beat it. You keep building your immune system. There ain't
I
so
had a
much
feeling
they can
like
do.
that herbal tea or some kind of tea like that. We was looking for your tea.
No, this is it's just as good.
Oh,
Any
okay.
tea is just as good. As long as you have lemons, as long as you have honey. You know, the main thing in our diets is we gotta get the dairy out. The dairy is what creates the mucus, and the mucus is where most diseases hang out.
Yeah.
That's like a condominium for them bitches. Yo, what, they got mucus? Everybody come on, they get mucus. You
I didn't know that.
So, no,
Me
you want to
neither.
keep the mucus out your system. Mucus will kill you dead. So you want to try to get off of dairy. I haven't been successful at it, but I've minimized it a lot. But if you can get the dairy out your system, actually, when things aren't working in your body, it's because the body is mad. M-A-D, and M is for the mucus. You want to get rid of the mucus. A is the acidity. You want to get rid of the acidity. And D, what is your diet? You know, like if you could try to get away from eating meat, I got to cover the chicken when I say that. Try not to eat meat. If you
That
have
damn
to
chicken
eat
up.
meat, eat chicken. And if it's chicken, just the chicken breast. Well,
Yeah.
technically, chicken don't have breasts. Chickens are titless. You ain't never heard of a chicken breastfeeding. No, chicken. It's more like chicken chest. So you want to eat chicken chest because it's the white meat of the chicken.
Yeah.
You know, it's the clean part of the
I
chicken.
never thought about that.
So if you had to eat meat, just the chicken breast.
Just the
and
chicken
then
breast.
if you eat only vegetables and fruits, any vegetables you want, any fruits you want, and anything you want from the sea, your whole body will change. Your body structure will change.
Mm-hmm.
It will start cleaning itself up, and you'll start getting things out because we got shit been in us for years.
For a long time.
You know, it's just sitting in there stuck. I remember I had acid reflux the other day, and the doctor said, well, yeah, acid reflux. That means you eat and lay down. Do you eat and lay down? I say, shit, I eat while I'm laying down. Fuck you talking about? Hell yeah. Remote control. So it does come down to your diet and it's cleaning your system up. You know what I'm saying? But I whooped COVID's ass. And the good thing is, in those 13 days, I lost 13 pounds. I'm wearing shit I ain't been able to wear in the last 2 years. My stomach used to look like a sack of mail. I am grateful to COVID. Matter of fact, I wish I had COVID 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I want people to quit beating up COVID. Everybody want to jump on COVID, you know? They want to, oh, man, I wanted to come to work, man. I couldn't. COVID. Oh, man, I'm sorry I fucked your wife. COVID. They need to knock that shit off. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Where we at? We got about a 10-minute wrap-up. Let me say this. Please watch the morning show, the Michael Colyar Morning Show. You can go to YouTube and put in the Michael Colyar Morning Show. Subscribe to that. Also, secondly, you can follow me on Instagram under my name, Michael Colyar, Colyar. I personally, damn, that was cute as shit. He made a water bottle flip the fuck over. I
couldn't do it again if I wanted to.
No way. You can't plan no shit like that. The Michael Colyar Morning Show. Michael Colyar on Instagram is just Colyar. I answer all my DMs directly. And if you really love me, you can follow me on my Cash App. That's $, Michael Colyar's Money. Okay, I just want to get that out there before we run.
So we asked all our guests to name their top 5 favorite comedians.
Why do people do that? I don't got no top 5.
If you don't, we've gotten more
there's
lax.
so many great comedians. You know, I wouldn't want to narrow it down to 5 and take a chance of offending somebody. I like a lot of motherfuckers. I can name some people I like. I love Tony Roberts. I love Tony Woods. Both of them niggas.
We had Tony Roberts on the show before.
Both of them niggas are amazing. Amazing. And they don't even have to think about it. There's a white comedian named Eric Swartz. He calls himself Smooth E. That motherfucker is so fly. He goes from nerd to word, you know, in one sentence. He's really fly. But then you have all those greats. Dave Chappelle is so great. You know, he's really, really a great artist. No question of it. Fucking Eddie Griffin. Holy Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know if they get much better than Eddie Griffin.
Yeah.
That dude's got a big ass brain on him. So it's just so many great ones. Somebody asked me the other day, who do I look up to? You know, and I look up to my mother and to God. Everybody else I look at laterally. You know? That's
Damn, that's
me.
deep.
Yeah, because I don't
And you're one of the greats, though. You're supposed to think like that.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm better than anybody. But
You
I
are.
know ain't no motherfucker better than me. I just think we're on an even playing ground, and you get out of a thing what you put in a thing. Life is like an empty box. You get out of it what you put in. So I just grind to try to achieve my dreams, and I try not to hurt people along the way.
Yeah.
I try not to step on people along the way. You know, if I can do that, I can get out of here damn near unscathed.
All right.
That was good though. You said 5.
Next question.
Okay. Same thing, but
Did
it's
you
just
tell the people how late your ass was? How come we didn't even start the show because you walked in here 20 minutes late?
You want to know
You
what's
gonna put that
you wanna
on the
know
show?
what's funny? The people know, like how late.
Oh, they
how
know
late-
your ass.
They know.
Ain't nobody surprised. We would have
Yeah,
fucked
they
them up
already know.
if we started on time. They would have been, what the hell is that?
Right. We would have been shocked. We'd be like, what the hell?
The celebrities, it don't matter. Bianca is our
Going on?
celebrity.
Yeah, they always say that.
No, they know. But the same question for movies, if you want to do that with the chicken
What's the question?
or the chicken's top
What's the
5
question?
movies.
Top 5 movies?
Yes.
Comedy movies.
Man, because man wouldn't be comedies.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know. I
Yeah,
thought
comedy.
we
Not just
changed-
comedy?
I thought we
Like
changed that 'cause
Godfather is my
people-
Okay.
favorite.
Yeah.
Godfather, my favorite movie. The original Dune from 1972.
Damn.
Man, I ain't never heard of that before.
Amazing.
Look at that.
Look at Cortez.
Mystic River. Woo!
Come on, man. You're
Mystic
doing too
River.
much now. You're
Mystic
doing.
River is a beast.
Are these real movies?
Mystic River. That sound like
Y'all don't know Mystic River?
No.
I never heard of that one. That
Oh,
sound like a
that
love story though.
It's so cold. It's so cold. It's about these 3 kids and one gets kidnapped by a pedophile and gets misused and stuff. And then he
What?
gets away, and they come back. Anyway, they grew up. So the movie immediately goes to them as grown. And one of them's a hardcore motherfucking gangster. He'll kill your ass on a humbug. And something happens to his daughter, who is everything to him. She's like 19. They killed his daughter.
Damn.
And so this gangster and his gangster friends are going to find who killed this daughter. They gonna fuck him up.
Yeah.
When they find him, they ain't going to just kill him. It's going to be like, it's going to be
They
bad.
gonna castrate.
It's going to be bad. And one of the three guys who started out as kids, who now grown, his friends still live in the neighborhood, he killed somebody. A who he saw trying to pull a guy into a car, and he killed that motherfucker. So he come on and told his wife, he said, baby, I think I killed somebody. You know, he's trying to get a kid into the car, trying to kill somebody, and he washed his clothes in the laundry. He's trying to keep it quiet. She goes and tells the gangster, I don't know, but he came home one day with blood on his clothes.
Oh, shit.
So they go and get him and kill him, thinking that he is the motherfucking person that killed his daughter. Later they come to find out that he really did kill a molester somewhere, and it had nothing to do with this guy's daughter. But by then, the gangster had killed him. And what was so powerful is his wife. The gangster's wife was talking to him, and she said, "What kind of wife would say a thing like that to somebody about her husband?" It's like, to me, the coldest line, because the coldest line is your woman supposed to be your ride or die.
Yeah.
You know, your woman ain't supposed to ever say no to you, and you ain't supposed to say no to her. She's supposed to help you find a motherfucking way. For me, if I tell my woman, look, I want to go to the moon, I want to say, nigga, hold up, let me go get a ladder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to, don't tell me how we can't do it, how hard it is. Say, I'm going to figure out a way to help you make that shit happen. But whatever you do, you never put your person out there like that. You never put them, even if that motherfucker did wrong. It ain't on you to say that shit.
Hell
You're
no.
supposed to be with him.
Yeah.
And she in doing that shit endangered him and caused her husband to get killed. Okay, let me stop. Okay, those
Deep ass movie.
are some Mystic Rivers of cold motherfucker. And
Pull
then
that
there's one
shit up.
called
We need to
Snatch.
watch it.
Have you seen Snatch?
Oh man, come on, man. I ain't never heard no Snatch.
You never heard of Snatch? You
Man, how we ain't never seen none of
you
his
are
top five?
so behind.
Oh, with these not with these white women. That's what I pulled up when
No, that's a pussy movie. That's not that
You say you
Snatch.
talking about these white women?
It's a different Snatch.
Is it with a D? You see,
S-N-A-P-C-H.
This nigga on Pornhub. Nigga, no.
And
It
Snatch.
was pulled up. I thought he
And
was on some other shit.
who was the star of that? The white boy who's so cold, and you couldn't understand nothing the motherfucker said. He said, "Man,
White
no,
boy.
I'm gonna just hurt somebody." You know what I'm saying? He
What you
was
talking about?
Brad Pitt was the star. It's a cold,
Snatch.
and it's a Guy Ritchie film. And
Guy Ritchie makes some good movies.
It's a Guy Ritchie film.
He's
So-
a bad motherfucker.
2000?
and here's
Supposed
the
to be
all-time
excited.
coldest one of all.
Uh-oh.
Lucky number 11.
Slevin.
I remember that name, though.
Nick.
I remember that name.
Nick, you want to talk about? Yo, Nick,
He a bad
you wanna talk
motherfucker.
and the two main stars are Ben Kingsley and who's driving Miss Daisy? What's that nigga? And
Morgan Freeman?
And
Who's
Morgan
that
Freeman.
nigga?
They the two gangsters who hate each other,
Mm-hmm.
and they live in twin towers across the street from each other. They scared to come out because their guards are protecting them because they both vowed to kill each other, right?
And they live on the same block.
And they live in the same.
This some cold shit.
Cold-blooded killers and shit. What about Michael T. Williams in that shit? Michael T. Williams got something in his mouth. He talk like this, but he a gangster. He said he bumping up the road like the one-legged man. Oh, it's some cold shit. It's a great revenge movie. Not come to find out, they ain't the shit. Josh Hartnett is the one who's there to commit suicide, and Bruce Willis as the hitman. Whoa, that's a cold motherfucker. Lucky number 11.
This nigga watching the preview. Pull
From
that shit
the
up.
moment the film
shit
starts,
crazy.
you can't move, nigga. You can't go get a glass of water. You can't pee. You watching the motherfucker like this for the whole film. Lucky, don't get me
We gonna
started.
have to
on
watch
films.
that.
I love film.
I'm about to
Okay,
say, it sounds like you
I-
love movies. All right, the last thing we will say, I'm going to say this. No matter how short, man, it has been an honor and a privilege to have you in the studio, man.
you,
You have
brother.
been doing your
And brother, it
thing.
wasn't short. We did an hour, nigga. Okay, all right, go ahead.
He's like, I spent too much time with you motherfuckers. But for us,
We
man,
are
bro, this is like,
grateful.
this is a big moment in our
man.
Thank
podcast
you,
history,
man.
bro. We really appreciate
I
it.
Definitely a
appreciate y'all
blessing.
taking the time to do this. Do I get to write on the wall?
Hell yeah.
Oh, good.
You
Okay.
got to.
So we're going to write on the wall. And what's the name of the show? Y'all never even
Urban
mentioned the show.
Absurdity is the name.
It's
And
Urban Absurdity. And who's your guest? Who's the three hosts? Bianca.
Cortez.
I'm
I'm OG Ron.
and
Not
LG
to you though. I'm just Ron to you. You
was
the
gonna
real
say
OG.
OG Ron and this
Don't sound right saying OG Ron.
And I'm your boy Michael Kai, world famous, world renowned, often talked about, alleged comedian, gentleman, and scholar, intellectual giant in the pool of mental midgets, and a connoisseur of fine haberdashery.
God damn.
Honored to be here. Thank you so
A talent,
very,
man.
very
That
much.
shit crazy.
Thank you, King. Thank you,
Yes,
Queen.
sir.
I appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
brother.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I ain't gonna say nothing else. We out.